Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video with Tank Reaper today on World of Tanks console. That's right boys and girls, we're back on World of Tanks console, and today we're doing the tank review of the Tier 2 German most famous tank, the Panzer II. The most beloved Tier 2 tank in the game. And I gotta say, I really loved this thing when I was playing it back in the day in World of Tanks on console. Now, I don't know if you could get this thing still on World Tanks PC, but this thing is literally a fun little tank to play, and I would recommend getting it if it does make its way back, because it's just if it's still the same fun that it was back in the day, then yes, I would recommend picking this little thing up. As you can see, it has 15,000 XP. It's I think my next tank to the most highest, because the other is this little thing. Do I have anything else to up anything higher? Well, it's my T2 light tank. No, there's no really other tanks that I have around that much of XP sitting on its size a premium, well actually two premium tanks. But this thing is pretty much fun, and we're going to be doing a tank review on it and see how it performs with its stats, some of the stats, and then also take it out to a battle and see how it performs in a battlefield there, guys. But let's get started into some of the stats right away with the standard AP shells it gets, which it does get a flak gun, which is basically auto cannon, AA gun, 39 meters penetration with its APCR, I think it's APCR, 51 meters penetration, damage is 11 for both. Not the best, but it's still good enough. The hit points is 170. Max speed is 46 miles per hour. View range is 326, and concealment is 317. This tank, though, I mean, it's not the fastest tier 1 tank. I mean, it really is not the fastest, but it at least goes a little bit faster than this way too. Sorry for that. 46. So, I mean, with the stuff I do have put on here, it probably gets a little bit quicker to do because of that. But you know, it is a pretty cool, a good tank, and it was a Tech 3 tank, so it does get an option of 3 different guns. You get the 2cm KWK-30. The rate of fire of this gun is a 114.59, and the accuracy at 100 meters is 0.58. Damage is 11 still. The penetration, though, is 23, and the amount you can carry 320. The penetration, though, well, it's worse. Way worse than the completely upgrade gun. Then you have the secondary gun, which is the 2cm KWK-38. The rate of fire is 138.37, and the accuracy at 100 meters is 0.56. The damage is still 11, but the penetration is 23. Still not as good as the completely upgraded turret gun. But the gun, the ammo capability is 320. And the ammo compatibility, which is the rate of fire actually for this gun, I should say the gun first before I go in and say more things about it, is the 2cm FAK-38 is probably the best gun of them all, because of the rate of fire is 138.37 and the accuracy is 0.44. Again, like I said, the damage is the same. We talked about the penetration, 39, and then the ammo capability is 320, so you do get a good bit of rounds, but it is a machine gun after all. The equipment I put on this tank is improved ventilation, crew performance 5%, tactical system max speed is 10%, chassis and hull rotation speed is 10%, and then the advanced powertrain max speed is 5%, horsepower is 5%. Pretty much you want to get this thing going as fast as you can, but also with the armor on it as well. Consumables, repair kits, first aid, and fire extinguisher. You never know when you're going to need those. And I put around 220 rounds of AP and 100 rounds of APCR, just in case if I have to go through the German Panzer 38H. You never know when you're going to fight those things in a tier 2 game. But now the upgrades. Not the appearance. The other tank, we want the commander. The skills of my commander, this is my light tank German commander, so he's going on to all my German light tanks. He gets rapid loading, 10% increase to gun reload speed, and then also camouflage experienced 10% increase to your vehicle's camouflage factor when, especially on the move. Now, what I would pick for it, like I've always say that if this is good, which I would pick this and this to get the gun just a little bit more faster reload and the camera factor a lot more better. I would also pick Green Thumb because this would add 10% increase to your vehicle camera factor when you're sitting in bushes and stuff. So that would help. 6 cents, social awareness, which is 6% increase to your view range, which is very good for a light tank. 6 cents due because it could let you know when you're getting spotted, even though on console you do get something that early lets you know when you get spotted. So if you don't want to add this to your German light tanks or to any of your light tanks, like I said, situational awareness because of your view range will boost up your view range. Maybe snapshot to get where if you want to shoot at something pretty much quicker. Rapid aim, which increases your aim time. Steady aim, so it also increases your aim time. Maybe mark the target, so when you're in a light tank you can mark a target as well, because that's no longer in the game. Anything else, I'm not real sure, but well, that's it for the commander. The armor of the tank. Let's get to the armor. This is a light tank, so the armor is not the best, but it's a fun tank to play. And back in the day, this tank was just a bombing around the low-tiered tanks. Right off the bat, 5-meter sickness, which is the belly and the flap on the, I think that's the left side. Yeah, I think that's the left side of the tank. As you see, that little flap right there is 5-meter sickness, right? 5, yep. The lower graces, or the belly of the real front of the hull, is around 10-meter sickness, which same with the back of the turret's roof and the top of the cupola and the turret ring itself, or underneath the turret. And then 10-meter sickness, which is the lower plate of the butt of the tank. Then you got 15-meter sickness, which is the whole butt of the tank, the whole fighting compartment, and that little forehead of the tank, and the tracks, which again, tracks acts as space armor. But the forehead is 15. Then you have 20-meter sickness, which is the upper graces, the sides of the hull, and sides and rear of the turret. And it looks like the gun mantlet as well is 20-meter sickness as well. 30-meter sickness, which is where the driver goes, and around the gun mantlet, the whole front of the turret, and also the commander's hatch as well. 35-meter sickness, which is the lower plate, which you wouldn't expect it to be the most well armored spot of the tank, but it is. So yeah, that's 35-meter sickness. But with all that said there, guys, with this tank's review, well, in the garage, let's take her out, let's see what she could do in a battlefield, and I'll see you guys there. So we're back, guys, on mines, and you're going to be seeing this map a little bit more than what you expect, because, well, we got a few more tier 2s to do reviews on, and just stuff like that, so, yeah. But we do have one player on the enemy team, and it's pretty much a, it's not the best tank either, but it's a pretty deadly tank. It's the Steadfast, which is a British premium tier 2 tank. You could have done that thing a long time ago, by just completely, I think it was by playing a game in World of Tanks console, and you could have gotten the Steadfast. But I don't know if you can get those anymore. But like I said, I wish Wargaming does and will bring these things back out, tier 2s tanks, into the 1s, and maybe some of the tier 3s and tier 4s that they took out of the game. Maybe they could bring them back as tanks where you can buy them with credits, like a shop where you could just completely buy them in game, like on PC you can. It could be something, but if you guys want to see what I think about what they should do to bring these things back into the game, let me know. I'll make a video just simply on the fact of doing that. But we spot our first enemy tank, the Panzer 38T? Is that? No, 35T, not 38T. Then we see the BT7. We catch him on fire, damage his engine, and he's still burning pretty good, Ray. I mean, it's a bot, but what do you expect? Go for reload. I'm sure this gun fires really quick, as you see. There we see a M2 light tank. We shoot him up pretty quickly. We damage him right there again. He's very low in hit points. We get the kill. Okay, let's go for reload. That Panzer 35T, I'm not sure where he's at. That right there is the Chinese VA Type B. We actually start shooting him. We catch him on fire again, tracked him, damage his engine, and we're trying to go for the kill. We get that kill. Okay, that's good. We got some really good kills, some good damage going on for us. We do see a light tank, but we see the Italian medium tank. We take some good chunks off of him. Reloaded, get a little bit more damage off of him. Here comes the Panzer 35T, but he doesn't last. Those just either bounce or completely miss. As you see, this is a machine gun, so we get some damage right there. We get a bounce from our side, which is from that. Which, like I said, if this thing's angled, well, we do get some damage on that medium tank. But if you get this thing angled, you will probably more likely bounce things. Even though it's a light tank, it sometimes will bounce. And I'm starting to salute because I know that was the last enemy tank, the Setfest, and we get a simple victory. Yay! I guess bots sometimes are better than players, are they? Well, sometimes, but maybe you guys could be a judge for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.